An elf is casually perched against a counter near the back of the store. In her right hand, she holds a delicate ceramic teacup filled with a pink-tinted tea. Her eyes are closed. She brings the cup up to her nose and swirls its contents, inhales, then with a single confident flick, she flings the teacup's liquid over her shoulder. It hits the ground with a splash. You notice that the ground behind the counter is wet, very wet. Looks like that wasn't the first cup of tea to grace the floorboards. The elf's eyes flutter open. She turns to you with a sad frown on her face. Really thought I had it that time. And what? The perfect aroma to accompany my new tea. I call it an existential crisis while stargazing at dawn. Or peach dew. I'm torn between the two. She grunts in frustration. I've nearly got it. The taste is there, but the smell. She sighs, and a lock of red hair tumbles onto her cheek. Guess I'll have to brew another batch, but this time maybe a hint more cinnamon. She shakes her head and looks at you. Her disappointment quickly transforms into a wide-eyed, beaming smile. She leans in close. My name's Wichita Red, but you can just call me Red. What brings you to my tea shop? Tea. Her smile broadens into a toothy grin. She raises her hands and points backwards over her shoulders to the racks of tea canisters behind her. I've got you covered, buddy. Oh, have I ever. I've got every type of tea that you've ever heard of, and then some you haven't. Black, white, yellow, green, red, herbal, oolong, fermented, infused, raw, dried, fresh, strong, subtle, blanched, kosher. Wait a minute, kosher tea? Why does tea have to be kosher? Oh, that reminds me, I just received, not 2 hours ago, a shipment of a super rare purple green tea. You might have heard of it referred to by its nickname, Purine tea. I know that it sounds strange. Red pitches her voice and pretends to be talking as she wiggles her hands by her head. But red! Green tea can't be purple, it's green! Her voice returns to normal. Well, you'd be right, but this green tea has been turned purple by the blessing of an Appalachian monk, who also imbues the tea with restorative powers. No joke. Purine tea can boost the immune system by 300%, but the effect only lasts as long as it's in your system. And let's be real, it doesn't come cheap. If that sounds a little out of your price range, I've also got a broad selection of tea accessories, like this brand spanking new kettle cleaner. She grabs a small device from behind the counter and raises it for your inspection. She gently depresses the contraption's handle with her fingertip, and the machine responds with a hushed whirring noise. Would you like me to demonstrate? I actually do want her to demonstrate, but the game doesn't let me. Let me stop you right there. You've given me more than enough to think about already. How about I come back later? Oh, no problem. Definitely I'll be here all day. So you come on by when you're ready. Until then, is there anything else I can help you with? No, I kind of want to see the demonstration of the tea thing and the whirring thing. I've got a bit of an off-topic question about this building. Oh yeah? What about it? I'm looking for a way out of this building other than through the front door. Can you point me to an alternate exit? Her eyes dance over the ceiling as she thinks. Well, there is the drone room, but only employees with the door code can get through it, so I'm afraid you'll just have to use the front door like everyone else. I doubt that... Oh, I finally get a check that I got. Intelligence 4, yes! I doubt that many people here remember the combination anyway. If you haven't noticed, Icon Tower is full of secured areas. It takes a special person to keep track of all those codes. I finally have a skill check that I can pass. Intelligence 4, I noticed that a few of your boxes have drone scanner SKUs on them. Seems to me that if your inventory is delivered by drones, you might need to get back there from time to time, and you need the door key for that. Red carefully pours herself a cup of the freshly brewed tea. Her eyes stay locked onto the steaming liquid. You're absolutely right, but unfortunately for you, I love my job and I wouldn't jeopardize it for anything. Really? And then I have to give her money. Alright, sorry I asked. Okay, I don't want to spend money though, because I'm saving money for a minigun. Alright, Fuji Enforcer, Fuji Mage. They haven't noticed me yet, and I'm still... I mean, I'm kind of close. What is this thing? Odd machine? The label on the side of this complicated pile of machinery reads Fuji Full Spectrum Sensorimat 2059. Well, no, it's like 20509. A small handwritten note beneath says official use only. There aren't any visible controls, just a solitary chip slot and a few diagnostic ports. I've seen these... RatParty.Sim. I've seen these before. It's an all-in-one Tridio entertainment system. They use them for holidays and special events, you know. Interact with Fuji's collection of mascots during a product launch, or get to see Songo during the Moon Festival. Pretty neat piece of tech, and it makes fairly convincing trade projections. Alright. I have RatParty.Sim. I thought I was supposed to give RatParty.Sim to Gobbet though. Let me not do that just yet. I feel like I didn't bring Gobbet. Damn it, if I knew we were going to use RatParty.Sim, I would bring Gobbet to this mission. What's going on here? Nothing that I can interact with? So those guys are blocking the exit, right? I can just fight through them. Danny Spanaki. A troll of European descent stands by a rack of flowers, flower bulbs, decorative grasses, and similar accoutrements. He watches several security officers in the main plaza, but looks away as you approach. His name tag reads Danny Spanaki, and his expression is one of abject boredom. When he speaks, it's in a flat monotone. Hello and welcome to the Eightfold Floral Sanctum, providing feng shui for your heart. How may I be of service? Those empty, soulless eyes. This is a flower shop? Danny nods, rocking back and forth on his heels. That's right, we provide bouquets, wreaths, funeral floral arrays, trellises, ikebana, cascades, nosegays. Nosegays? No, what is that? An assorted topiary. Services include consultation, arrangement, event planning, and hypoallergenic gene splice floral variants. Danny plows ahead, deadpan voice never once betraying a hint of emotion. Remember, if you can dream it, we can create it. No job is too big, and no detail too small for the Eightfold Floral Sanctum. Remember us in happy times and sad, weddings and funerals, anniversaries and divorces, feng shui of the heart. Spinaki Haas, you're not a local. The troll sighs and nods, his eyes turning towards the floor. Yeah, that's right, I'm from Chicago. My brother's a big shot manager with Fuji, so when they moved him out here to Hong Kong, I thought I'd open a flower shop, you know, Japanese building, and they love ikebana. Sounds like you're not enjoying it very much. Danny cocks his head, looking genuinely confused. What? No, I love this place. The people are so polite, everything's orderly, and has a routine, and business is great. Who wouldn't believe... you wouldn't believe the number of people who want floral arrangements in Hong Kong. No, wait, you must mean my voice. Nodding, Danny sighs slightly. It's just the way I talk. I'm sorry if it puts you off, but it's really a lovely building and a lovely city. How'd you get into flowers? It just sort of happened. You know how it is. One thing leads to another, and sooner or later you find yourself in a foreign country selling flowers to the corporate executives who wouldn't give you the time of day if you were in their home country. You know, because you're a troll. That's right, Danny. Danny nods, and the barest hint of a smile graces his lips. I goblinized and my brother didn't, so the non-Japanese branches of Fuji are okay with him being an executive. My mom always seemed to think that I resent him for it, but why would I? He's making all the money all that money in a big boring office and I get to be down here interacting with customers. Isn't that great? I'm glad you're heavy. Alright, let's talk about something else. What's with the guards? They're not letting anyone out of the building unless they have executive clearance. Something about a security situation. Danny shrugs, not my business. Is there some other way out? Danny nods towards Lily. She's tired and needs a nap, doesn't she? Children get so tired when you spend all day shopping. She must be getting irritable. Isabel looks at Lily, smirking. It's been a long day, and she's never quite right without her afternoon nap. Lily's eyes shoot daggers. She grits her teeth, only managing to growl her words out with a great effort. Yes, I am very, very tired. Well, Danny pauses, glancing towards the door at the back of the room. There might be another way out through the service hallways, but I couldn't unlock that door against regulations. Alright, so it's 300. It's 300 bucks on the other side, 250 on this side. Charisma 6. I guess you're right. Really? You have to pay? I mean, would I really pay money or just murder a bunch of people? Okay, we're gonna do... It's time for the rat party. Insert RatParty.Sim. Rats everywhere! Do I still have it? I don't have it anymore, right? Oh, I don't have it anymore. Hold on, well, I got an achievement for that, hold on, I'm just gonna... Shadowrun Hong Kong RatParty.Sim. RatParty.Sim censorship. Okay, so can I or can I not use it on Gobbet? You get to see Gobbet dancing to it if she's on your team during the run. Ah, I didn't bring Gobbet. Nobody told. Okay, this is the only place you can use it. But if you bring Gobbet, she would dance to it. Nobody told me to bring Gobbet. Nobody told me to bring Gobbet. I should have brought Gobbet. Anyway, you can't use it anywhere else. Let's get out of here. Oh, Gobbet missed the rat party. I better not tell her, she'd be so disappointed. Detention. You lead Lily and Light out of Icon Tower, taking care to ensure that the public street in front of you is clear of guards. Central Hong Kong is surprisingly quiet. There is very little foot traffic at this hour, and only the occasional delivery van rolls on by the street in front of you. Time to make contact with the mercenaries working for Yamatetsu, and hopefully get clear of the Fuji forces behind you. Lily leans over to you. Her expression is of the strictest seriousness. I need that chip. Don't know where you got it, but you have to hook me up. When all this is over, I expect a copy. I'll see what I can do. Oh, RatParty.Sim. Let's see what I can do. Lily takes note of the surroundings. We're close now. Almost free from this stupid tower. I think that we've made a good impression so far, don't you? Yeah, that ought to teach Fuji not to fuck with me. Her hands clamp down on her mouth. crap, please don't tell my uncle I said that, please, I never hear the end of it. There's a fruit cart. Alright, so there's dragon lines everywhere. What are these? Are these guards? These are guards, right? How do I get out of here without fighting those guards? Can I just sneak past those guys? Like, what's going on? Nothing over there. Oh, I have to talk to him? Can I just like walk around him? There's another set of dragon lions over here. Oh wait, no, this is our contact. That's our contact. Okay, we're handing the girl unless we're not handing the girl to him. Alright, let me save. A large, heavily armored mercenary steps forward. You notice the high-tech assault rifle in his right hand, its barrel pointing towards the ground. The man looks ready to shoot at a moment's notice. He peers down at Lily and his pupils flicker like a camera shutter. The mercenary speaks, a rumbling sound, but his mouth is covered from sight by a tall coat collar. Miss Lillian Lai. His pupils flicker again as they enlarge to examine the girl. Lieutenant Vergara. Lily moves to clap him on the side, but due to her height, she ends up smacking his hip. She looks awkwardly up at him and scowls. You and yours had better save me from this nightmare, Lieutenant. Am I right to assume that you're the one who delivering me to my uncle? The mercenary's green eyes narrow. Yeah, uncle. He looks wearily over his shoulder. Oh, wait a minute. We need to get a move on, Miss Lai. Somewhere safe. We're too exposed here. Are you ready? We should be. I'll have our pilot bring his copter around. Shit. You hear the leather grip of the assault rifle squeak as Vergara's grip tightens. With his other hand, he points past you. Not fast enough. Oh, hey guys. An exceptionally calm elf strides to the front of the Fuchi security forces. He is slight in build compared to the guards surrounding him, but has an awareness about him that suggests the quick reflexes of a skilled adept. His voice is quiet and languid. It seems to command the attention of those listening. That will be far enough. He gives you a shallow bow. I am Captain Horn. My men and I are here to retrieve what you've stolen from us. Vergara steps forward. This is a public street. Last I checked, Fuchi doesn't hold any territory rights to Queensway. Do you really want to start a fight out here? Boring arches an eyebrow, the corner of his mouth curls up in amusement. It's common knowledge that Yamatetsu's position on the executive council is weaker than Fuchi's. We'll pay whatever fine we accrue, a small cost to keep you from kidnapping her. He nods towards Lily, whose tiny body is almost completely hidden behind Vergara's bulky frame. Isabel makes an impatient noise, her voice is stern. Sorry, Elf, but we know that you kidnapped Lily, so don't you go all self-righteous on us. Ah, is that what you were told? Then I understand your confusion. You see, Miss Lillian is not from Yamatetsu, rather she's under the employ of Fuchi, and a company executive no less, vice president of her division. What the hell are you talking about? Vergara cuts in, his patience thinning. Don't let the suit get to you. No, he's not lying, but he's also leaving out important details. Lillian isn't a child, she's a woman turned child. The lieutenant points an accusing finger at Boeing by Fuchi. You're gonna have to explain that to me, I don't follow you. The corporation offered Lillian a series of leonization treatments. Ah, this again. You may have heard of the process. It's a complex method of rejuvenating a subject and returning them to the health and fitness of a much younger person. Sort of a fountain of youth, if you will. But what these dogs didn't tell her is that she was the guinea pig for a new experimental leonization procedure. They fucked up, look at her. The experiment made her too young, it damaged her genetic makeup, and now I'm dying. Lily's voice is suddenly quiet and serious. Not only do I look like a teenager, their treatment gave me a host of autoimmune disorders. Lily's small figure steps out from behind Vergara. She raises her hands in a loose shrug. So what's the girl to do? Fuji Medical Services are no help. They said they can't cure me, but Yamatetsu here can. Truth is, SEKZ, that Fuji locked me up inside my own goddamn penthouse. Didn't want their botched experiment getting out. A rage seizes her body and Lily whips her head towards Huang. But to hell with that, I want to live. I didn't spend my life in servitude to Fuji to end up in unbirth. Lily doubles over, her hands clutching her knees to stay upright as a deep cough wrecks her body. The anger fades from her face, which turns a gentle pink from the strain of coughing. She looks at you, her eyes tired, and speaks through intermittent coughs. You're not rescuing me, you're extracting me. But the mission remains the same. I need to be taken to a safe place. I need to be delivered to Yamatetsu. You lied to me. How do I know you're telling me the truth now? I knew it. There's been something weird about this about you from the very beginning. Does it matter that she lied to me? Not really. The job's the same, right? We're extracting her. Alright, leave it to me. Before you make any rash decisions, Shadowrunner, I must tell you that you're still being deceived. Boing's calm voice cuts through the air, and the Fuji's troop behind him cease their muttering to listen. Fuji can save her. However, Miss Lai has been fed misinformation by Yamatetsu. Lieutenant Vergara knuckles whiten as his fists clench tight. His stare is venomous. More Fuji lies. True, I purposely withheld details before, but only to prevent the situation from getting too bogged down with irrelevancies. Though it seems that I now have no choice. Captain Huang opens his arms in a harmless gesture. Lillian, Yamatetsu is not here to save you. They're here to acquire you, dissect you. Learn what processes Fuji used to make you what you are today, and steal that knowledge for themselves. We have proof of this. Our communications engineers have been tapping these Yamatetsu soldiers' comlinks. Their orders are quite clear. Vergara rounds on Lily, his voice desperate. Are you seriously going to believe this man after what Fuji did to you? He's just biding his time. Probably has backup reinforcements on the way here now. We need to move. Now. Miss Lai, should you leave with this crew, you'll be walking to your death. We have undeniable proof of Yamatetsu's motives behind this extraction. I'll gladly share our records of this with you. You deserve to know. Fuji can help you, Miss Lai, perhaps even reverse the process. We can't guarantee that you'll recover completely, but perhaps a little. And at the very least, you'll be alive. Think about it. Alive. We can reinstate some of your privileges, gives you some freedom back. You could live functionally again under Fuji's care. You're valuable to us, Lillian. We would not kill you like Yamatetsu would. You can't be sure that their so-called proof is real. You wouldn't even find out until you are back in their possession. And by then it'd be too late. Come with us. Yamatetsu wants to help you, Lily. We will use all of our resources to figure out what they've done to you and to keep you alive. With what we learned from you, we could even go on to perfect this kind of leonization. And we can use that technology to surpass Fuji in biological sciences. So he's telling us that he's doing this for the technology, right? No! No! The sound of Lily's shrill voice rings in your ears. She stands apart from Vergara now. Her eyes dart back and forth between the lieutenant and the captain. You both suck! Alright, Lily, what do you want to do? Neither of these men care about me. I'm just a thing to them. Property to be fought over. Maybe neither one can help me. Maybe neither should. Or maybe it'd be better if I just died. I don't know. What do you think, SEKZ? I just don't know. Lily looks up at you, her eyes clouded and wet, but stubbornly refusing to cry. She looks frail, her limbs shake, and she's covered in a light sweat. You can practically see the shroud of death hanging off of her. If it were my choice, I'd go with Fuji. At least you know what you're working with there, and they did have the tech to do this to you in the first place. Who's to say they can't figure a way to reverse it? Fuji already betrayed you once, but you haven't even seen what Yamatetsu has to offer. Even if you're being passed off from one company to another, Yamatetsu needs you alive to study you. No, they don't. I'm sure they'll do everything they can to keep you that way. Your instincts are right. Neither one of these corporations deserves to get their hands on you. You're nothing but an object in their eyes, so to hell with it. I'm inclined to screw them both. Alright, let's go everyone. If I've learned anything after all this, it's to never trust the corporation. Both are making such pretty promises to save my life, but it's all hot air. They'll each say whatever I want to hear to keep me out of the other's hands. For all I know, they could pop me in the back of the head soon as we're behind closed doors, shove me in the freezer, peel me apart layer by layer. She shudders. I can't take that chance. I'm already dying. I've got a weak tops. I'd rather die than let either one of these corps take me into their custody. Don't be stupid, the girl's just confused. We're taking her back to Yamatetsu. Hoing's even expression temporarily contorts into one of confusion. A moment later it washes away into a simple frown. Miss Lai, my direct orders are to retrieve you on behalf of Fuji by force if necessary. Lily raises her right hand, all but one of her fingers folded down. What could that mean? Just try it. Come on, we don't need to bring violence into this, just let it go. The time for bargaining has passed. Hoing snaps his fingers. At the sound, the soldiers of both corporations leap into action.